You Pan-Africanist hype squad never fail to amaze me. Every week, you're online shouting about how Burkina Faso is the chosen rebel child of Africa, standing tall, rejecting the evil IMF, and showing the rest of the continent how to resist Western influence. And of course, Captain Ibrahim Traoré is your superhero, your anti-IMF prophet, your we don't need a West mascot, all because he gives fiery speeches about sovereignty and financial independence. Meanwhile, you weaponize that to bash every African country that dares take a loan. Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, everyone is a sellout except your golden boy. But here's the funny part. While you are busy chanting down with the IMF, your revolutionary superstar has been signing IMF deals like it's a Black Friday sale. Let me walk you through the receipts. March 2023. Traore's government quietly pockets $81 million under the IMF's rapid credit facility to address food insecurity. Translation: emergency bailout. September 2023, IMF approves a massive $302 million extended credit facility spread over 4 years, starting with a neat $32 million upfront. But I thought they were sovereign. February 18, 2026, another round of $124 million from the Resilience and Sustainability Facility, plus an extra $33 million from that same ECF. Climate reform funded by the very imperialist institution you claim they rejected. But sure, keep hyping the $12 million tomato factory funded by local donations as proof of economic independence. Cute project, but it doesn't erase the IMF stamp on the balance sheet. So tell me, Pan-African keyboard warriors.
Alright, this and more of this is coming from the Fulani Media House.
God have mercy.
These are the things and more of this is coming from the Fulani Media House and some other media houses. You know, after this IMF, money to Burkina Faso, then I realized a lot of people are, the media is buzzing, and the only people that are not surprised about this is the community from this platform. It looks like we have the best community. Yes, I've been saying this. See, I tell you, we have the best community. Let me tell you something. This guy, when you look at him very well, this Fulani communities, yeah. No disrespect to Fulani communities, but Fulani communities are amazing people, wonderful people. Only some individuals who are running chains of agenda. So those who are running the chains of agenda, they are structured into 3 categories right now. There are some who are in the bush, and these are the people that Burkina Faso is handling over there, which we call stateless people, the T people. And there are some also, the same thing, Nigeria, they are the same people. Those ones are in the bush, fighting territory. Now, there are other arms are on the ground in Nigeria, Ghana, and other countries, and they are working their ways into government and leadership position to work things, to benefit the agenda they are all running. Recently in Ghana, some of them came out and then they threaten us that you don't give them recognition, they are going to destabilize our nation. Their third arm are those who are on the ground right now, having media platforms, and then their job is to counter narrative. Any government who is against part of that agenda of territory that is going on, they'll do everything possible. So, this is part of it. When you look at his face, you know that these are part of the Fulani media. So apart from the Western media, we have the Fulani media. These days, they are on board so much. When you listen to them, a lot of nonsense, without doing proper research. Okay, so let's get into the entire detail. First of all, what just happened? Let me focus a little bit on my screen and give you the detail of what is on my screen here. Then from there, we get down to why this is happening. To understand, this is the detail of the story. The IMF Executive Board completed the 4th review. Keep that word. The 4th review of Burkina Faso's Extended Credit Facility, ECF program. Where from this program? When was this program signed? Now, as a result of this review, the IMF released an immediate disbursement of about $32.3 million to Burkina Faso's government. This money comes as part of ongoing financial support under the ECF arrangement that was approved in 2023. Keep that word, 2023, to help the country manage its macroeconomic challenge. Now, with this latest payment right now, the total IMF disbursement under the ECF program now approach 165.8 million so far under this particular program. Where from this program? Addition to that, there's another thing, the new funding. 124.3 million US dollars resilience and sustainable facility, RSF, alongside the immediate cash. This is not an immediate cash. Let us not go down into that. Let's descend where this whole thing is coming from. Burkina Faso was under an IMF program before Captain Ibrahim Traoré took over. Just like Ghana was under IMF before the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, took over. They did not cancel the program. They are working to finish the program and get out of IMF. The president even said it. So even if you don't like the IMF program, once you come on board, the program must finish. Now let's come to Burkina Faso. I believe this thing is not new to those of you who watch my program, regularly. Yeah. Before Ibrahim Traoré, the pre-September 2022, Burkina Faso was under President Traoré. The country had an ongoing program with the International Monetary Fund under this president. In 2018, Burkina Faso entered extended credit facility program with the IMF. In 2020, the IMF approved the new arrangement for this particular program. So the program was accelerated and extended. And the purpose of the program then was to tackle security crisis, COVID-19 economic impact, budget deficit, and all that come with it. The country was practically, according to the leadership, going through a whole lot. In 2022, before Traoré took over, when you look at January 2022, the military led by Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba overthrew President Traoré. After overthrowing President Traoré, the program was still ongoing under Damiba. Damiba did not review the program. The rules and the regulation of the IMF, whenever we take money from the IMF, the pressure come on the public and the economy sometimes, most of the time, suffer. In September 2022, when Captain Ibrahim Traoré overthrew Damiba and became the new leader, after Traoré took over, IMF relationship with Traoré changed and did not end. I spoke about this here countless times, even sometimes when I come live. Burkina Faso rather continued discussion and engagement with the IMF. And anytime the IMF land in Burkina Faso, I publish it here. That talk is ongoing. Why? Because the government made it clear to them that, look, we can develop without you. A program is ongoing before we came to office. We are in revolution. Your terms and conditions attached to this program that you were running before we came, you need to review it. That was why the review was necessary in 2023. These people should go and learn. Burkina Faso made it clear that the country currently, we are not under crisis that unless you come in and then you help us. We will mobilize our people to develop our country. But this program ongoing, this is what you are going to do. You handle the macro economy. When it comes to major development and whatever concern our decision making, you don't have a say in there. You can make input, but we will not allow this program, existing program, to put pressure on the economy and together with our people. That to the level where we need to tax our people. Like what happened in Kenya. It was because of this same issue that the Kenyans flame out. IMF bent the government to their knee to tax the people heavily, to put pressure on the public. So the government made it clear that that is not going to happen here. So there is a need for us to review this program so that the program should handle, other key stuff that will not put pressure on us. Of course, one of the things is that the money doesn't come at once. It comes in phases based on how your economy is performing. Watch us. If the economy is performing well, you are convinced, you continue the program but under new review agreement. IMF money is not even playing part in Faso Mebo. Do you know what? To even pay the soldiers. And let me break this one to you. When Captain Ibrahim Traoré came to office at once, the IMF program, although was ongoing, the IMF was present there, right? The program was ongoing. He faced a serious challenge. Immediately he came. One of the serious challenges he faced was how to pay the soldiers on the field. Do you know what he did? He did not go to the IMF. He called the people in the diaspora and told them that, hey, everybody we need to contribute because we are at war. We need to pay the soldiers. There's no money to pay the soldiers. Guess what? The people contributed massively. And based on how the people contributed to the level where they were able to pay the soldiers, they are paying the soldiers. Anytime he go to the soldiers to talk to them, you remember I translated some of this. He told them, he always tell them that it is because of the people that you are being paid. All right. Now, based on how the people even contributed to the level where they pay all the soldiers, was the reason why he launched the Faso Mebo. He said, if we can contribute, you people can contribute money to the level where we can pay all the soldiers, then we can contribute to actually build the country. Why didn't he go to the IMF? If he's an IMF man, if the IMF is the only way, that is what we are talking about. He did not go to the IMF. He mobilized the people. If it was a particular government, they would have rushed to the IMF. We need money to pay, just like our leaders do. We need money to pay teachers. No. The argument of the government is that how do we borrow money to pay our soldiers and pay our teachers and pay people? Then how do we pay back? The money should do something that would generate money to pay back. Now, one thing you need to understand is that the money the IMF is disbursing right now, this money is not compared to the money that Burkinabés abroad are contributing to develop the country. Constructing of the road, the factories that they are building, the schools they are building. These things are not because of the IMF. The IMF is playing complete different role because he made it clear to them. The IMF even saw it that, look, these people, they can actually grow without us. That is why on the 4th February 2026, just recently, the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, met with delegation from the International Monetary Fund, led by the IMF Deputy Managing Director. And I published that here. They talk about how Burkina Faso's economy is performing, the progress made, and how the country's economic policies are evolving. And the IMF's representative said, look, the economy of Burkina Faso has made significant stride, and with important economic reforms even now underway. Looking at their report and their analysis, the public finances are stabilizing, major reforms are progressing, and the overall macroeconomic framework is strengthening. So we can support you because you can pay back under the review agreement. That was when the same time that small boy came to donate a voucher of fuel. According to the young boy, he said he heard from the television that the president said the equipment to build our road is ready. The only thing we need is money to buy fuel. So the young boy came with money. I think 8 years. Yes, 8 years or 7 years. Yeah, came with money, a voucher to present. The same time the IMF is there. The money the people themselves are contributing to build their country. This IMF money is not close to it. Burkina Faso's abroad all over. The money they contribute every month for Faso Mebo to build our country. Even before the IMF came, I spoke about the UEMOA, which came to praise the economic performance of Burkina Faso and even was asking for templates so that they can use to teach others in the region. So this is not a new thing. I don't know why people are carrying it on their head. There was point in the life of Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah also went to the IMF. Go and do your research. Kwame Nkrumah went to the IMF. He criticized the IMF that their reforms they need to reform the whole institution. But still, he went to the IMF. Now, one of the reasons why we need the IMF to be part of this progressive agenda is this. When you go to BBC, CNN, all these media houses, they project Burkina Faso's economy like it's collapsing. Now, when they are own hand, the IMF, the same hand, Western institution, Western hand. When the IMF is telling you that the economy is performing well and BBC or CNN is saying different things, then we have something to leverage on to tell that this is a flaw here. This is where the lie is. This is where the truth is. It's of benefit to us to win the information warfare. It's no longer us that will be coming that Burkina Faso's economy is performing well and be putting the analysis out there. The IMF is confirming it. It's a good thing to carry them along. It is not that Burkina Faso was on the verge of collapsing and they've gone to the IMF and the country is trapped in debt. No, it is not like they've gone to the IMF and people are protesting on the street that, hey, the IMF, the taxes are too much. Because whenever we receive money from the IMF, the pressure that comes on our economy, it is on our head on the street. Burkina Faso is not suffering that. They review the whole details and agreement. This is a long-term program ongoing before Traoré took over. They did not cancel it. It was reviewed, not to put pressure on the country, on the economy, not to put foreign input. They dictate how our economy should go, what you should do, the taxes you should pull out, and no. Burkina Faso is not suffering this because the government made it clear to them that we don't need you to actually survive. You can see we are doing well. But this is your program. We need to review it because it's ongoing before we came. Now, there is other side of the story also. When you look at Ghana right now, Ghana wants to move out of IMF. When the government said we are doing everything possible to come out of the IMF program or go away from the IMF, it simply means that they are not interested in the IMF program, but it is a program already ongoing and we need to allow the program to finish. The problem on ground is how African leaders make it look like without IMF, and the World Bank, we cannot survive. That is where our emphasis is also always on. It make it look like without IMF, we cannot survive. There are other media houses who they do propaganda. They tell you that Burkina Faso sacked the IMF. No, that thing didn't happen. I said it here countless times. That's why I told you to always follow the right platform. When you follow propaganda platform, you'll be caught up in the middle of these things. These things are not surprise to us. This is something that we are aware of. Now, at the end of the day, even if Burkina Faso receive money from the IMF, the money is reflecting on the ground, not in the minister's stomach. I mean, it's a win-win right here. If the IMF reform their institution and then the way they deal with Africans will not have problem with them. The problem is because their rules are tough against us. And now for all the program that is happening in Burkina Faso, the development and things, the only thing the Fulani media is interested in is the IMF. Just to make it look like he's going to the IMF and then he has killed somebody or the economy have crashed. Oh, you people can do better than that. I mean, those who follow this platform, I built this platform to the level where nobody can be deceived here. That's how I built the platform. I built the platform in such a way that nobody can be deceived. You can't deceive any of my audience here. You can't. So, family, this is what happened, all right? It is not a new thing. This is something we have been talking about. So, I don't know why these people are having this thing on their neck. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, by the way.